Ninth grade. This is teacher Mila here to talk to you. How are you doing? How are things going on? I am missing you a lot, okay? Today we are going to talk about conditionals. And I chose a quotation, teacher Mila loves quotation, that says, if you never try, you'll never know. What does that mean? Se você nunca tentar, você nunca vai saber. Esses dias têm sido dias de muita reflexão para mim. Lembro muito de vocês, muita saudade. Eu acho que nós vamos voltar assim, bem mais tranquilos e com muito amor um pelo outro. Eu espero que vocês estejam bem. Ok, students? Let's carry on. We are going to study conditionals. We have an example in this picture. If you jump in a lake, you get wet. Do you remember? Last year we studied the zero and the first conditional. Remember, if you jump in a lake, you get wet. Is it a fact? Is it real? Does it often happen? Of course it is. So, for things that happen frequently, you use the zero conditional. And both verbs are in the simple present tense. For example, if you put ice in the sun, it melts. If you put your hand on fire, it gets burned. Okay, students? Agora é o seguinte, peguei uma página do livro de vocês para a gente poder trabalhar. Isso aí está na página 25 do seu livro. Conditionals, 9th grade, page 25. Read these comments on technology. Tell a partner if you agree or disagree with each of them. Use the phrases in the boxes below. You know that our subject in Unit 2 is technology, and there are many texts and many information about it. Is technology 100% good or 100% bad? You know that if we didn't have technology nowadays, it would be impossible for me to be talking to you right now. So, from this point of view, technology is a very fantastic tool, and we use it very much. But I'm going to read the exercises, and you're going to correct it in your home, in your books, okay? And I'm going to check when we come back. Social media is something amazing. But if online abuse and fake news take control of this media, we all lose. Do you understand? What do you think of that? Do you agree? If you agree, totally agree, yes, I agree. If you disagree in part, I disagree in part. I'm going to repeat for you to see. Social media is something amazing. It's fantastic. We cannot deny it. But if online abuse and fake news take control of this media, we all lose. Letter B. Unless we are more careful, technology will destroy us. Unless has a negative meaning, okay? But it's conditional. Unless we are more careful, technology will destroy us. Unless we don't study, we will not pass the exam. Okay, students? Do you agree with that? Unless we are more careful, technology will destroy us. What does it mean to be careful? We have discussed about this subject many times in our classes. It means that you are not supposed to overuse anything. Overdose, any kind of overdose, is dangerous, is addictive, is harmful to you. If there's a world you really want to understand, you just search the internet. Is that true? Of course it is true. I totally agree. What about you? Everything you want to know is here on the click of your hands. It's on the internet. But it's a paradox. We are having a different experience nowadays, and sometimes internet misunderstands us very much. And the last one, we will value artists and their creation more, even if a robot can do it better. What do you think about that? Remember that one of our classes we discussed about the role of teacher in our lives. What is the most important thing about going to school and having a teacher? Interaction. We are human beings, we are social beings, and we need to interact. Okay, students? I am missing you a lot. It's nice to be at home. It's nice to talk to you by a computer. It does not have much noise, but interaction is something magical, and I love to interact with you. Uh, for example, we will value how long it took a musician to learn to produce such amazing music. It's the human journey that will become important. I like letter D very much. It's the human journey that will become important. Lembra lá do Pequeno Príncipe? O que fez uma rosa ser tão importante para ele? O tempo que ele gastou para cultivá-la. E assim, é muito importante isso aí, é muito profundo. No meu caso, por exemplo, que é o 4º ano que eu estou com vocês, é uma relação de muito carinho. Né? Você observa o crescimento, não só o crescimento de nota, mas é um crescimento assim, relacionado a envolvimento, a engajamento, a interação. E assim, eu espero que vocês tenham gostado da aula de hoje, tá? E agora, o que a Teacher Mila vai fazer? Eu trouxe um vídeo para vocês sobre conditionals. Esse vídeo resume exatamente o que eu falei. Nós já havíamos estudado isso, Teacher Mila não ficou explicando, mas vocês podem memorizar os exemplos do vídeo. São exemplos bem modernos, não são exemplos muito comuns. E eu gostaria que vocês assistissem. Um beijo para vocês e até a próxima.
Zero conditional. What is the zero conditional? Well, we usually use the zero conditional to talk about things which are always true or things which always happen as a result of something else. We're not talking about a specific event here, but rather something which is generally true. Hence, we often use the zero conditional for facts. For example, what do you think this mad scientist is trying to say? Sometimes the things we talk about are not facts, but rather general truths. How can we make a zero conditional statement about budget airlines in this situation? Zero conditionals can also be used to describe routines and habits. Preferences. Rules and laws. Causes and effects. We can even use the zero conditional to talk about superstitions. And even proverbs. However, sometimes zero conditionals are also used for specific situations. For example, to give instructions. To offer suggestions and advice. And to make requests. Let's have a quick test to see if you understand everything using the example, if I mix hydrogen with oxygen, it turns into water. What is the function of this sentence? Is it a suggestion, a request, a habit, general truth? What is it? It's a fact. Has he mixed hydrogen and oxygen together in the past? We don't know. Is he mixing them now, or will he mix them in the future? The zero conditional doesn't give us this information, so we shouldn't know. However, from watching the video earlier, we do know that he will mix them soon. Otherwise, we wouldn't know. Because zero conditionals don't talk about the past, present, or future. They talk about things which are always true. Now, let's have a look at the form of the zero conditional. If plus present simple, comma, plus present simple. If I mix hydrogen with oxygen, it turns into water. We can also use when or unless to replace if. When I stir fry vegetables, I prefer olive oil. Unless I'm late for work, I always catch the train. Modals are common in zero conditionals and can be used in either of the clauses. If you eat too much junk food, you can get fat. Imperatives are common in the results clause when we describe rules and laws. If you're in class, don't use your phone. Give instructions. If Bill comes here again, tell him I'm not scared of him. Offer suggestions and advice. If you go to the beach, put on lots of sunscreen. And make requests. If you go past the grocery store, get a few things for me, please. Instead of using the present simple, we can also use the present continuous in either of the clauses. We can even use the present perfect in either clause. So in summary, we use the zero conditional to talk about things which are always true, or things which always happen as a result of something else. This includes facts, general truths, routines, habits, preferences, rules and laws, causes and effects, superstitions, and proverbs. We can also use the zero conditional for specific situations such as giving instructions, offering suggestions and advice, and making requests. If you've enjoyed our video,